I'm Mētra Saberova and I am a Latvian drag king.
I'm currently on my way home after 2 weeks traveling through the Baltic states. And in Riga, Latvia, I met up with Mētra, who is the co-founder of the Baltic Drag King Collective.
I'm Mētra Saberova. I am a Latvian artist based in Latvia now. My alter ego would be Timmy, the drag king, who's a shy security guard, based on the fact that I did work as security, which is customer service, which artists often have to do. I'm pansexual, identify as a cis woman, and queer, yeah.
Let's start with a short definition of what drag means.
Drag in general, I would say it's a performance art. So yes, there's drag kings and drag queens and drag queens. Yeah, performance in art, so it means in drag there's lots of all the skills and requirements and expectations go as the same as in any other kind of art skills, which is a lot, so lots of preparation there. But yeah, drag is about gender fuckery, about exploring the borders, it's about community, it's about activism. So I think drag is a wonderful platform how to voice so many issues and help so many people. And yeah, fabulousness.
Mētra has been involved in the Latvian drag scene for a couple of years, but she first fell in love with the arts when she lived in London.
First I saw drag in London because I lived in London for 6 years. I did my studies. I moved back to Riga only a year ago. The first time I saw drag kings was there. I saw Adam All, who's like one of the biggest world's best drag kings, so that was my privilege. Also saw their partner Apple the Rearis, and then I was like, oh yay, they're actually married, so happy for them. So maybe my first proper queer celebrity crush. Yeah, that's how I saw the scene, and then I saw that in Latvia, the gay club that closed a bit later was gonna do a drag king show, and I thought like, oh, I'm gonna help them because I had just finished curating a feminist show, art show, and I thought like, well, I have this experience now, I know that I can do like the events, I'm gonna just help them out because there's a big difference between, well, yeah, there's big, not divide, but yeah, there is not that much merging between maybe the art and the feminist circles and the queer circles, and I thought I might try to use my resources as an artist with like some kind of recognizability to also bring the drag into the places where like also mainstream goes, so it would somehow become more accepted. So I knew that it would not be too big because only like a few people would go, and I thought it deserves more because I love drag so much. I'm not gonna let Latvia not have drag kings. So like wrote to the venue to say that I can help and we can make like also not like one show but maybe have some workshops and discussions, and they said yes. And then I already like contacted the people and got Adam All with Apple the Rearis to come to Riga to do workshops. But then the venue closed, so it's like, hey, so well, now I'm stuck with organizing everything myself. But I was happy. I knew if I have to organize the festival, I don't have to perform as a drag king myself, because that was not something I wanted to do. So I was like, I cannot be in the competition if I'm also organizing the competition. So that was kind of a win. But we did that together with Emanuela Milo Stern, who is a performance artist from Latvia. They also just came out as non-binary, which is great. There was a venue who wanted to do a drag show. Me and Milo, we like jumped in, made an NGO, so we would be able to get state funding, which we didn't. Was self-funded. A lot of money went into that, a lot of care, and lots of people volunteered to do the hosting and the workshops, and we had a film event. We got movie rights from someone who gave us for free, which was great. So lots of community help there. And well, yeah, so the Latvian Drag King Festival 2019 at the end of December was born. It was amazing, and then the people who participated wanted to continue on going because we hadn't planned it for such a long time, because planning the festival was already lots of work.
And that's when the Drag King Collective was born.
So after the festival in 2019, we did start as the Latvian Drag King Collective, but a year ago or so we did rename the brand as Baltic Drag King Collective because well, yeah, we worked so much with also Lithuanian and Estonian artists, and that is what I also rely that we will continue doing that, because it's not that hard to get them here if we have the funding, because we basically need the bus tickets and to coach them somewhere here, right? And then there's not that many of us, but in comparison to Estonia, Latvia is the big country of drag, because maybe we have some 10 drag artists, right? Drag king artists, and in Estonia there may be around 4, and in Lithuania there's only 1. So, which is very sad, but that's good that there is that one drag king. But yeah, so it's just we can work together, and yeah, because for drag kings, it's not that common for someone to invite us to perform. So like if we want to show, we have to produce it ourselves. So it means there's, well, yeah, and it's like for one person to feel like an hour of performance, it's kind of not maybe feasible right now, because also means like that drag artists would have to have the time and the money and resources to like make a whole show, which is not feasible in the Baltics. But that's why Estonia has it a bit better, because they do have a venue where they can kind of perform regularly. It is still queen dominated, but yeah, in Estonia the queens are friendly with the kings, and they do give them the platform and also an ability to show themselves, which is not the case in Latvia. Like here, actually, like the drag kings are the ones inviting queens to perform, like the ones that we're friendly with, and all the queens we work with are non-binary. I would say that from the Baltic countries, the drag artists that we work with, like 80–90% of all of the performers are non-binary or trans, which is like a pretty good statistic. So I'm the cis leader, which is great. I do understand my privilege here. At least I hope I do.
I asked Mētra to dive a little bit deeper into the division between kings and queens.
For me, it's important that we do stress that we are the king collective, and also like then we could work with queens, so to show the gender fuckery, that it's not so like binary again in drag. But yeah, because we do work also with queens, which is great that we can bring them the platform, because in Latvia there aren't really any drag shows unless we do them, so that should be hopefully appreciated by the public, because we still do hear the references like about RuPaul, which is like, yes, RuPaul has done so much, but then again we're the only ones doing the shows. We're kings. Please don't talk about RuPaul all the time. Like, we're the ones bringing drag. We're the ones like catalyzing drag in the Baltic countries. So it's just the same old story. Basically, that yes, like women and non-binary and trans people do all of that, but you're still gonna get like all the references and everything to the cis gay culture. So, well, yeah, just because it's LGBTQ community doesn't mean the patriarchy and sexism isn't still alive. So that would be like, hey, why queens are more dominant in the scene, although kings have been here all this time. Also, and that is like addition to queens. It's not that there were queens and then kings decided like, hey, we also want to do it. No, they did develop also from the like 18th or whichever century, and like on their own. But yes, it's like we're not so visible. It's like also represented in the, well, not in Latvia, but in other countries, in like the pay gap and the visibility and the platforms and everything. Oh yeah, it's just like, I don't know, like when people are surprised that that cis men are like more visible than women. It's the same. So I don't know. I'm not going to describe like why women are in the position where they are. It's like, I'm sure everyone knows why.
It wasn't always apparent that Mētra would start performing herself.
When at first I didn't want to do drag myself, because I don't consider myself as a performance artist. Like, I'm not like great on stage. I know I don't have like any dancing skills or rhythm or anything. So it's great that now I do those things. I still don't think I'm good with that, but it's also like the need that well, yeah, I think I developed my drag character because I was in the position that like, yes, I have to manage things, and if I'm helping the kings, and it's like, how can I like try to help the kings and like provide them things if I don't understand the art myself, right? So it was more to develop and just like, yes, like I'm there and I'm getting it. But yeah, it became like more and more fun and more used to it. And again, now it's like weird to differentiate between like how my life was before drag, because it's such a big thing now for me, but I'm sure it has given me so much more confidence, and just like making like also like jokes about ladies, which is like so objectifying to women, but haven't like found the way how to like, hey, be a queer woman and also like enjoy the fact that I can look at ladies maybe, but in a feminist way. So that's something that I have to find, but I'm still, it's like, ooh, it's so fun to be queer.
And this is what makes Mētra's drag unique.
For my drag, I do enjoy making fun and colorful clothes, because as an artist, obviously, I just wear black, which is like, because like artists cannot wear anything else but black. So through drag, maybe I'm pushing that like colorfulness and cheeriness that otherwise it saves too much time and effort to like think a cool outfit. So like I wouldn't be able to do project management if I also had to think about like, ooh, which accessories to wear during the day. But at drag, I can do that. So that is fun. And I like the cheerfulness, because drag is, I think in Latvia, we have I think it's great that we have this, I don't know, Eastern European kind of drag look where it's like the boy next door or someone from the courtyard, which is a great way how to maybe show off our regional specificity. But yeah, for me, as I guess I have looked at so much drag from Instagram, so I see like all this also like bold designs and colors and like more is more approach. So I think like I probably got affected by that I also want to show off that yes, drag kings can also have like glitter and color. It's not only drag queens. No, we can also pop on the stage.
Are you thinking about trying drag? Listen to Mētra's advice.
If someone wanted to try drag, I would, like every drag artist like ever will say, yes, do that. Like start at home. It doesn't have to be anything big. You will find a wonderful community. It is amazing, and it's like everything can be drag. You don't have to like lip sync. You can also juggle on the stage. Our Latvian drag king performers are amazing because they come from the performance scene, so they do like performance art there. You can do props, you can do everything you want, so it doesn't have to be like lip sync. It can be anything. You can lie on the stage as long as it's like performance art and entertainment for the audience, so that is a big thing. And through drag you'll find the community, because the best thing through drag that I have found these Baltic queers, only through drag I have understood that the Baltics, yes, we are connected. It's not three separate countries. Through that I found the trans artists, I found the non-binary artists, I found the little NGOs, grassroots, that like try to make the pride like even more radical in the Baltics. So it's just, there's so many opportunities here.
If you enjoyed watching that video, please like, comment, subscribe and share the video. I really appreciate you showing your love in that way. If you also want to support the channel financially, that's possible via Patreon, but really no pressure. See you next time!